I might. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. But let me say this. Let me say this. I am thinking about it.
This feels routine for a few seconds, and then Kamala Harris starts testing the grounds for what seems to be another run.
Listen, I might. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
Are you gonna run again in 28?
So, here, okay,
I tried to be subtle, but I just figured I'd go right
Well,
at
that's as subtle as Reverend Al Sharpton could ever be. We love you for many things, but not being subtle. Listen, I might. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. But let me say this. Let me say this. I am thinking about it. But let me also say this. Look, I served for 4 years being a heartbeat away from the presidency of the United States. I spent countless hours in my West Wing office, footsteps away from the Oval Office. I spent countless hours in the Oval Office and the Situation Room. I know what the job is, and I know what it requires, and to understand that the people they don't want process, they want progress. And I am thinking about it in the context of then, is who and where and how can the best job be done for the American people? That's how I'm thinking about it. I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you posted. Okay.
Not gonna lie, that was kind of a rough listen. But here's the thing. Her running for president would absolutely be amazing. Okay? But hear me out before you guys, go and run out the video here. It'll be amazing for one reason exclusively. She's gonna lose miserably. And that would mean another 4 years after she ran, let's say in 28, right? Of absolute competence. Like, imagine her going 1-to-1 against Marco Rubio, right? Like, within the 1 minute and 30 seconds this video was here, she basically said what could have been said within, 10 seconds, guys. Her running means 4 more years of a better candidate in office. So this next clip has some graphical errors. Just listen closely. The audio should come through fine.
in 107 days, that whether you should talk to people like Joe Rogan and hard right-wing people in media, if you were to run again, would you talk to them?
Yes, I would. Listen, I will talk with anyone if it means talking with the American people. What I do not believe in, however, is gatekeepers. I do not believe in the theory some people would push, which is that you got to go talk to that person to talk to the people. I don't believe that, and I don't believe in that, and I don't believe in gatekeepers. So, yeah, and I wrote about it in my book about the Joe Rogan piece. But yeah, I'll talk with folks as long as I know that the ability in that moment is to talk to the American people.
The smartest play, without a doubt, was to definitely have conversations with people that were obviously coming ideologically from a different position here. Specifically, if you want to actually start kind of reaching the hearts of minds, let's say, of your opposition, the smart play would have been to speak to them. Because trust me, the people who you need to get on your side are not coming from The View. They're not like, there's a new episode of The View coming on, I need to go ahead and watch it. They're not watching that nonsense, guys. They're not. So if you're looking to get the attention of brand new voters, okay, sit down with Joe Rogan, have these conversations that are absolutely going to be conducive to your campaign. I will say, though, I highly doubt they're going to change their minds listening to you speaking, but without a doubt, the thought is what generally counts sometimes here, right? You at least try to have the conversation, but instead you ran from it.
That one day we're going to stop, one day we're going to start, one day it's not a war, one day it is. And on Easter Sunday, using all kind of profanity and attacking a religion or mocking it. I mean, from the first strikes, you have been about your opposition to this war and to this engagement. And As you see it now, explain to me why there's such a danger on a global level, which I believe was the basis that you had opposed this engagement from the beginning and had said that. And it seems like, not that you wanted to be right, that you have been right, because we're losing lives on all sides and we don't even know why.
That's right. Well, you are correct, Rev. From the beginning, I have been unequivocally opposed to this war of choice that Trump has entered. Let us understand, first of all, this president is the first president of the United States since World War II who does not believe in the alliances that we have with friendly nations, does not believe in the strength of them, the recognition of the history with them, and the importance that that relationship bears on our standing around the world, our influence around the world, not to mention our national security. This is the first president of the United States post-World War II who has not considered the United States of America to have a responsibility to be a standard bearer around international rules and norms such as sovereignty and territorial integrity. Look what he did as it relates, and what he has been doing as it relates to Ukraine. And why is this important? Because America's strength in the context of the globe and the world relies on a number of things. Yes, it relies on the fact that we have the most lethal fighting force in the world, our military, and it relies on what we call our soft power, which is the importance that we have placed in being a participant with other democracies around holding up international rules and norms such as human rights, such as the importance of respecting relationships. Foreign policy is a lot like your friendships in your personal life. The strength of the friendship is going to be based on some mutual recognition of the history of the friendship, what you've been through together. It's going to rely on trust, which is a reciprocal relationship. You give and you receive trust. It's a back and forth. Friendships rely on consistency. Do I follow through on what I say? What I've said? Well, none of this can be counted on when it comes to Donald Trump.
So there were a couple of things that she just said here that actually made sense here. The idea of soft power and hard power. Yeah, we run things by that thing specifically, right? But here's the problem here. How much of that friendship that she's trying to correlate, for understand this here, how much of that friendship needs to consistently be coming from one side? Answer that, Kamala Harris. Like, that's an important, like, how much of it is a one-sided thing? We're putting our lives on the line to protect the world, basically acting as the world police here, while the people that we're protecting are refusing us to even have access to their bases in Europe here, number one here, while they're underpaying into our protection fee. Let's just say this here, okay? You're underpaying while also making our goods more expensive in their country than their country's goods, while we're allowing them to basically have access to our market. How much of that friendship, Kamala Harris, is relevant? We could talk about foreign policy, geopolitics all day long here, right? But how long do we need to basically maintain a standard that basically is dictating that we are going to be on the losing end financially, economically, okay, to other countries? How long, Kamala Harris? Guys, please run. I want Kamala Harris to run for president so bad, bro. Please. I think the content will be spectacular. And also, when she said Trump basically is the only one kind of pointing out all the things that I just said, yeah, that's what people like, Kamala Harris. Okay? That's what people want, Kamala Harris, for us no longer to be taken advantage of by our so-called friends and allies, right? I mean, correlating it specifically to having a friendship where you need to kind of maintain, yeah, that makes sense to a certain extent. All right. If things are not equal, then I don't care about that friendship, guys. All right. Things should never be one-sided under any circumstance. So if you want to correlate this as a friend who you go out with regularly and you have to pay for every day. Okay. They never offer to basically pay you anything. And when they do, they underpay you. Okay. While you put your life at risk to protect them when something crazy happened. Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right. You were absolutely correct, Kamala Harris. Guys, come on, bro. What? Kamala Harris for president, 2028. Listen, I'll catch you guys later. You guys have an absolutely amazing day. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. And in the meantime, jeez, guys.